The sounds of saws and drills are music to some people's ears. There's a lot of that music produced in the Industrial Arts Department here at Maple Heights High School. Mr. Jack Donnelly is responsible for a great deal of the woodworking skill found in our town. Mr. Donnelly, how long have you been here at Maple Heights High School?
Well, I came into this building as a 7th grader in 1947 and graduated from Maple Heights in 52 and did my student teaching here in 56, and I've been teaching here since 1959, so I think this is the end of my 26th year.
Mr. Donnelly, could you show us some of the operations in the wood lab?
Sure. I think we should tell you before we start here this morning that this is a beginning class we have here. These people have just been in here. This is their really the completion of just 1 week in a semester. So we're teaching some basic operations in this sophomore beginning class, and we'll probably go through some basic squaring operations for you. We can take you over and start you at the joiner. This is the first step in squaring, is getting a working edge. We have 4 different steps, and the first step we get is the edge on the wood joiner. This is the second step in squaring. It's called getting the opposite edge. We have now jointed one edge on a board. We're following through to cut the one edge parallel to the first edge that we just jointed. Okay, the steps in squaring are getting a working edge and an opposite edge and a working end and an opposite end. On this board now that Fred has in his hand, we have got a working edge and an opposite edge. Now he's going to perform an operation on the radial saw to get a working end, the third step in squaring. The fourth step in squaring is getting the opposite edge. It's done on the same machine, and Fred will now perform that operation. We're cutting the board actually the length. This is getting the opposite end. The fourth and final step in any squaring operation of any piece must be fabricated in the wood lab.
What are some of the other pieces of equipment used in here?
Well, other than the 3 that we've already mentioned, the fourth thing we must do with any board after we square it is run it through the surfacer. This machine is used to take stock off of the face of the board, and after any gluing operation, the board is squared. It must be sent through there to clean up any ridges that may be on the board. That's one of the very popular machines that we use after squaring. The other one is the radial drill press. It's one of the quality machines we've had here since I've been here as a student. Was here. It's called a radial drill press. This machine allows us to drill compound angles. It allows us to swing the head laterally or elevate it vertically. Very, very versatile. And another one we use very extensively in here is a vertical belt sander. This machine is used to square edges and ends or any custom fitting. We use this machine.
Could we see one of the wood projects?
Sure. Mr. Jim Pastor has a black walnut, black willow curio cabinet here, and this is an upperclassman project. He's a senior, and these kids design and construct their own work, and this is one of the nicer things that's being made this year.
There's more to the Industrial Arts Department than just the wood lab, isn't there?
Oh, yes. I'd suggest that you'd go next door into our metal lab and see Mr. Lindsay's operation.